Hare Krishna, welcome to the online classes. We are continuing with Bhagavad Gita, important verses of Bhagavad Gita. So, today verse is Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, text 40. There is no loss in Krishna consciousness, or the spiritual progress is never lost. So, this is a very, very inspiring, encouraging, and informative subject matter for the devotees, for everyone, because how the devotional service is so potent, so powerful. So when it is begun, even in a slight begun, can never be lost. So before we start, we offer our Mangalacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritta Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraya Nasta Prayesu Avadresu Nityam Bhagavatasi Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjanasalakaya Chakkhurinimiletam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Sri Raghunatham Mitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalitam Sri Visakham Vitam Cha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषाभानुसुत देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुश्च कृपा सिन्धुवैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So thank you very much and welcome to the online classes. We are continuing with Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 40, very, very important subject matter, that is there is no loss in Krishna consciousness. That means spiritual progress is never lost. So we will read these verses, beautiful verses from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, text 40. You can see on the screen that, yeah. So can see here in the screen that नेहा विक्रम नाशोस्ति प्रत्याभय न विद्यते स्वल्पमपि अस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महत भयात्. Translation: in this endeavor there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Purport by His Divine Grace Shri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Activity in Krishna consciousness or acting for the benefit of Krishna without expectation of sense gratification is the highest transcendental quality of work. Even a small beginning of such activity find no impediment, nor can the small beginning be lost at any stage. Any work begun on the material plane has to be completed, otherwise the whole attempt becomes failure. But any work begun in Krishna consciousness has a permanent effect, even though not finished. The performer of such work is therefore not at a loss, even if his work in Krishna consciousness is incomplete. So here the Krishna is explaining that here the very, very important verses, that here it is said that in Prabhupada purport that in Krishna consciousness, any kind of in material context, in material plane, if any kind of you are undertaking, we have to complete it, otherwise it is not successful. Just like we are constructing a building, if it is 90% complete, we cannot say success. It has to be 100% complete. But in spiritual context, Even a 1% of spiritual progress, that can never be lost. That is the difference. Krishna is telling you, Swarpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahatabhyat. Even a little bit of endeavor in this Krishna consciousness, little bit of engage in the service of Krishna consciousness, that is never lost. Because the body, because supposing I have undertaken so many activities and I have got opulences, I have got buildings, I have got car, everything, all opulences, all sophisticated environment, but it will stay as long as my body is there. The body is finished, all my property, possession, property, everything will be lost. All my asset association will be lost. That is the material plane. So the material success is ultimately a failure actually. Because at the time of death we have to lose everything. Everything we have to detach. Murtu sarvarasya chaham. But in spiritual plane, even though a person, even though he has advanced, begun something, and 1% he has begun is lost, I mean if he failed, still there is no loss, because he will start in the next birth from the 2%. Therefore in spiritual progress there is no loss. That is the beauty, that uniqueness of the Krishna consciousness. Uniqueness of the Krishna consciousness, that can never be lost. We will continue from that point where we leave that. That is what the beauty of this bhakti, beauty of this devotional service, beauty of Krishna consciousness. On the other hand, any kind of material activities, material endeavor, material success is only very transient nature. It will stay as long as our body remains. As soon as our body is finished, all our success, all our award, reward, everything will be lost. We will not take a single thing with us. Only thing we will take with us this Krishna consciousness. Therefore, it is very, very important that we must execute in Krishna consciousness. Somehow and other we must execute in Krishna consciousness. That will save us from the greatest of danger. We have seen so many instances in the history we will go through that to substantiate this point, that how Krishna consciousness, even a slight performance or slight prosecution of execution of this Krishna consciousness, the great benediction, great benefit, and protect us from a greatest of danger. Mahatabhyat. Mahatabhyat means greatest of danger, because this human form of life is achieved after a great evolution process. Great evolutionary process, long evolutionary process. We have achieved this human form of life. Labdha sudullabham evam bahu sambhammati. After so many revolutionary process, we are going through cycle of birth and death. We have got this privilege of human form of life. Rare human form of life. So, what happened? What is this greatest danger? In this human form of life, we may, according to our activity, action, we may go up, we may stay here, or we may go down. Danger is somehow and other, if we go down, again it will take so much time to again come to the human form of life. Because this is the only species of life where we have got a privilege, prerogative to understand Krishna consciousness, to execute Krishna consciousness, and solve all our problem of cycle of birth and death, and go back to Krishna. So that is only species of life. If we go down again to animal species of life, again it will take long time. It's like a procrastination, long time to come back. Therefore it is said Mahatabhyat. Mahatabhyat means grinding down to again 8.4 millions of species. There are 8.4 millions of species, and we go down to 8.4 million species. It will take millions of years again to come back to human form of life, and again to get that opportunity to solve all the problem of the cycle of birth and death. So therefore it is said that Prabhupada said that beautiful, that work begun in Krishna consciousness has a permanent effect, even though not finished. The performer of such work therefore not at a loss, even his work of Krishna consciousness incomplete. 1% done in Krishna consciousness bears permanent result, so that the next beginning is from the point of 2%, whereas material activity without 100% success, there is no perfect. There is no perfect. Ajamila performed his duty in some percentage of Krishna consciousness, but the result he enjoyed at the end was 100%. By the grace of Lord, there is a nice verse. By the grace of Lord. So there is the instance of Ajamila story. We will go through that. The Ajamila. There are so many instances to substantiate this point that spiritual progress is never lost. There is no loss in Krishna consciousness. So let me check this sound system, how it is. So that is there is no loss in Krishna consciousness. So we'll go through the beautiful verses here. Prabhupada has mentioned that 1.5.17 of Srimad Bhagavatam, that Taktya Sodharmam Charanar Bhujam Hare Bhajana Pakko Tapate Tata Diyatra Ko Bhadra Bhavadram Abhutamusyakim Ko Vattapta Bhajatam Sodharmataha. If someone gives up his occupational duty and works in Krishna consciousness and then fall down on account of not completing his work, what loss is there on this part, and what can one gain if one performs his material activity perfectly? Or as Christians say, what profiteth a man if he gain the whole world yet suffer the loss of his eternal soul? Beautiful verses, beautiful. Taktya sodharmam charanar bhujam hare. If someone gives up occupational duty out of sentiment, he comes and join in Krishna consciousness because he was in premature stage, not in proper knowledge, and he left everything and joined, he may fall down, immature stage. Even after he say he fell down, but there is no loss because he has already begun. That percentage of Krishna consciousness will carry forward in the next birth, and he will continue because he is already on the road to success. He is already getting treatment because this material world is everybody disease condition, and everybody is now but the devotees, those who have begun in Krishna consciousness, they are being hospitalized and getting treated. Their chances of being cured is more high, and most they will get treated, they will get cured either today or tomorrow, they will get cured. But those who are not being trained, those who are not in spiritual plane, or they are not coming to Krishna consciousness, that means they are in disease condition, they are not getting treatment. Their chances of, there is no success in that. Just like you are infected by COVID and you are not treated, you will die. But Krishna consciousness person means you are getting infected COVID and you are getting treated. That is what beginning the Krishna, that is what begin the Krishna consciousness process. So here it is say that what is the gain if supposing I am a great man, I am a successful man, I am Tendulkar, I am a Ambani, I am Bill Gates, I am Warren Buffett, and I am Steve Jobs, and I have created a very sophisticated environment, gorgeous arrangement by my political maneuvering, by economic development, by advancement of technology. But what is the gain? That will be lost because the whole world is temporary. My body is temporary. I have to leave. I cannot maintain the status quo. I cannot maintain this $billion. I cannot take a single cents with me at the time of death. In next birth, I have to begin from the again ABC. Supposing I am Einstein or Stephen Hawking, the great scientist who told God is dead, but he is dead. 2011 he declared God is dead, and 2018 he is dead. So this great scientist Stephen Hawking or Einstein, and they have got so much knowledge, but at the time of death they will not carry forward their so-called knowledge. They have to take birth and start with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all this alphabet. So the success in material world, what is the use of this success? Because you are going to die, you are going to lose it. It's just like an investment, you are going to lose only. There is no gain. So-called success, so-called successful arrangement, you are going to lose. Everything will be finished. Everything will be taken away at the time of death. Therefore, in Christians it says that what profiteth a man if he gains whole world yet suffer the loss of his eternal soul. What is the use of that? I have got so much big riches, big money, big everything, but I'm losing my eternal soul. I'm not getting a solution to stop this birth, death, disease, old age. Just example can be cited. Look, I have got a COVID-19. I have got so much riches. What is the use of this riches if I am not getting treated and cured? Just like Steve Jobs, he has got trillion billion of dollars, and he was suffering from pancreatic cancer, and he could not extend one moment of life. He himself realized. He told that I can hire a cook, I can hire a driver, but I cannot hire somebody to transfer my disease, or I cannot extend my life for a moment. I cannot stop the death. I am a success role model, but I am now failure. So he himself admitted, the Steve Jobs, that this is my folly. I should have invested more on spiritual things, more on saving my eternal soul rather than this body. What is the profit that I got? Vivid example of Steve Jobs actually. Therefore, material activities and their result end with their body. But work in Krishna consciousness carries a person again to Krishna consciousness, even after the loss of body. Supposing I become 1%, I die, and next birth I will take the 2%. And that is also Krishna has given. Krishna, the same thing substances in Bhagavad Gita when Arjuna is asking. Supposing Arjuna asked the same question. A person who has started Krishna consciousness and could not complete it, what will happen to that person? So Krishna is answering. Let's go and see that. 637 of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is asking to Krishna that Arjuna said, "Oh Krishna, what is the destination of unsuccessful transcendentalists who in the beginning take to the process of self-realization with faith, but later desist due to worldly mindedness and thus does not attain perfect in mysticism?" So they have started, but they have not completed, or they have not successful. What will happen to them? O mighty I am Krishna, does not such a man who is bewildered from the path of transcendence fall away from both spiritual and material success and perish like a river cloud with no position in any sphere? That is a very good point Arjuna is telling. Because a person first of all left the material things, that means he is materially failure, and now he started with and he joined in spiritual progress, a spiritual path, Krishna consciousness. And in Krishna consciousness also he failed. What will happen to him? He is failed in material path, he failed in spiritual path. What will happen to him? So Krishna is in response to this question of Arjuna, this is my duty, O Krishna. I ask you to dispel it completely. For you, no one is found who can destroy this. So he's asking now. Krishna is answering it. The two verses, beautiful. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Son of Partha, a transcendentalist engaged in auspicious activity does not meet with destruction either in this world or in the spiritual world. Who does not good, one who does good, my friend, is never overcome by evil." See, whosoever the Krishna consciousness is very auspicious activity, and who has done it will never meet with bad, either this world or next world. You will never meet with. Beautiful say. Durgatim tathagachanti nahi kalyanakrit kasya durgatim tathagachati. They will never meet bad things, neither this world nor world. And what will happen to them? Krishna say that prapya punya kitam loko ussitva saswati samaha suchinam srimantam gehe jogobrasta vijayate. The unsuccessful yogi, after many years of enjoyment on the planet of pious living entity, is born into the family of righteous people or into a family of rich aristocrats. See how this benefit, the benefit of spiritual life, Krishna consciousness. If you have started something, if you have begun even a slight advancement, slight execution of Krishna consciousness or bhakti to the Lord, Supreme Lord Krishna, what will happen? You will go to a pious planet where the pious living entity live. After many years of enjoyment, you will come back and born into a family of righteous family or very rich aristocratic family. That means you will born in a very high class Brahmana family or very rich Kshatriya family or aristocratic family, rich family, so that you can continue your journey from that 2%. See how much the result of spiritual activity, even it is performed very slightly, how much benefit, slightly also Krishna say they go to the pious planet and they enjoy there and come back again and born in a very high class family, rich family, and they continue. Because high class family, rich family, there is no economic embarrassment, no impediment to execute Krishna consciousness. Sometimes economic embarrassment and some other social cause may impede to advance in Krishna consciousness. Here they have been given a chance to born in a devotee family, so that they will get a opportunity to begin from the childhood, from the beginning of their life. They have an opportunity to continue their Krishna consciousness. So that is the benefit, the tremendous benefit, the stupendous benefit of Krishna consciousness. There is no loss. Even a slight performance also will give a person, the performer, a stupendous, gargantuan profit. That is what Krishna consciousness, beauty, uniqueness. So this point we will substantiate with so many different history instances, how many devotee, how many person they have got by slightly performing this bhakti or Krishna consciousness. Let us go and there is one more verses before that I can show you that this is the same things has been repeated in 8.5.48 Srimad Bhagavatam. It is stated that activity dedicated to Supreme Personality of Godhead, even if performed in small measure, never go in vain. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, being the Supreme Father, is naturally very dear, always ready to act for the good of the living entities. So Krishna is very, very magnanimous. A person who is calm and done very slightly service, bhakti, he acknowledges and given reward much more than the expectation. That is what happening in Ajamila case. Bharat Maharaj, Ajamila. So we can go through different stories. There are so many histories that there is Bharat Maharaj who failed in Krishna consciousness. Then he got a chance, and Ajamila, he also got a chance. There are so many instances. Narada Muni got a chance. There is Jagai Matai, they got chance. So there is so many person in history, they have got chance and went back to Godhead, got the success. Even though apparent failure, Krishna took it. Krishna gave us the very success. So we will go through this some historical. Therefore, it is said that first of all, we should not execute 1%, 2%, procrastination, lazy, not associating, no determination. First of all, we should finish 100%. Why unnecessary procrastinating, dilly-dallying? We do not know whether next birth is human life or not, guaranteed human life or not. According to our action, if we, so we do not want to procrastinate. Procrastination is not good. Again, because we have been procrastinating for trillions of years. According to the Shastra, we have been here in this creation of Brahma 155 trillion years. We have been rotating in different species of life in different planet, undergoing cycle of birth, death, disease, old age, all the things. Because Brahma's half day now, Brahma lives for 311 trillion and 40 billion. We have passed half of Brahma creation. Still we have not gone back to Godhead. That means we have been rotating. So why again procrastination? Finish the business. Particularly Kali Yuga, more we advance, more things are very deteriorating, more things are very degenerating. Cultural degeneration, spiritual degeneration, everything will become chaotic, and unrest, political unrest, social unrest, spiritual unrest, cultural unrest. So many things are not good actually. It is said in 12th canto, this Kali Yuga is very bad. More and more Kali will come advance, more and more it will plunder the goodness, spirituality. Therefore it is very dangerous. You have seen practically the 21st century of modern technological age, internet age. So everybody is after the gadget, and with a click of the second, so many objectionable content, our mind is distracting, bombarded by social media's messages, etc., videos and all. So things are not conducive, congenial. More you advance in Krishna consciousness, things are not so congenial, conducive, favorable to execute Krishna consciousness. Therefore, finish your business. Prabhupada said, finish in this life and go back. Don't stay here. This place is not for a gentleman. It will distract you. It will bind you again. It will degrade you again. Therefore, you start Krishna consciousness. Better to finish it. Why procrastination? Although Krishna say that even slight, if you do salpam apyasya dharmas, a little bit of advancement, also it is not discredit for you or degenerate for you. But still, not to procrastinate. Prabhupada said not to procrastinate. Better finish your business this life. Therefore, one of the verses I will show you before we go and read so many historical instances that how many devotees they have got this success. Tasyevaheta pratyeta kovida nalabhyate yad brahmatam uparyada tallabhyate dukkhavananyatha sukam kalena sarvatra gavira ramasa. Tasyevaheta pratyeta kovida. Those who are intelligent, philosophical, thoughtful, they should not procrastination. They should finish the business. They should endeavor to complete this Krishna consciousness 100% and go back to Godhead. They should not dilly-dally. They should not linger. They should not procrastinate. That is what person who are actually intelligent, philosophical, should endeavor only for that purposeful end, which is not obtainable even by wandering from topmost planet down to the lowest planet. See, as far as happiness derived from sense enjoyment is concerned, it can be obtained automatically in course of time. Just in course of time, we obtain misery even though we do not desire them. That is the thing. Why we are procrastinating for the sense enjoyment? That can be achieved automatically. You do not have to endeavor for that. Oh, I am working so hard. No, that is for sense enjoyment. No, that is already destined according to our karma. We should not endeavor for that. We will get it if we are destined to get it. So therefore, Shastra says that you should tasyevaheta pratyeta kovito. The wise person, intelligent person, they should endeavor for Krishna consciousness and finish this Krishna consciousness this life. No more procrastinate. Although if you fail also, that is success, but still you should finish. So let's go to go to some of the historical instance, instance where we can see about we can go to the Bharat Maharaj story. Maharaj Bharat is the king of the whole world. According to his name, this is called Bharatavarsa. Bharatavarsa, everything was ruled by the one king those days. Whole world is world. It was not like, there are so many monarchies now, so many kings after that. No, those days only one flag and one king, that was Maharaj Bharat. According to his name, it is called Bharatavarsa. Everything was Bharatavarsa. There was no America, Europe, Australia, etc. Everything Bharatavarsa. So, while in prime of life, the great Maharaj Bharata gave up everything because he was fond of serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Uttama Sloko. He gave up his beautiful wife, nice children, great friends, and enormous empire. Although these things were very difficult to give up, Maharaj Bharata was so exalted that he gave them up just as one gives up stool after evacuating. Such was the greatness of his majesty. So this is a very good important verses. 5, 14, 43. Beautiful verses. Maharaj Bharat, he was an empire, enormous empire. Beautiful wife, 24 years, youth, peak of his youth. Nice children, great friends. Everything was so sophisticated, so favorable, so conducive, so aristocratic, so high class, so class, but still he gave up, just like we gave up while evacuating. It is a give up the stools after evacuating. Similarly, he gave up like, check, what is this? He gave up and went to execute Krishna consciousness. That is a lesson, that how important Krishna consciousness. How important Krishna. One should give up all the things and execute Krishna consciousness. Because these things already we have got so many lifetimes. We have so many lifetimes. We have so many things are there. We have so many jobs, so many wives, so many children, so many assets, so many opulences. In every life, in every species of life, we have got that. So what is the use of this? Again we are continuing with the same process, chewing the chewed like a chewing gum. We are chewing. What is this? There is no taste. So therefore it is said that you give, come. Sarvadharman parityajya mame ekam saranam braja. Krishna says, you surrender unto me. I will take you back to. I will make you to get out from this material existence, from this principal misery. So, so what happened that Maharaj, Maharaj, so he gave up everything, then he went to forest and executed Krishna consciousness. My dear heroic king, due to my past sincere service to the Lord, I could remember everything, my past life, even while in the body of a deer, because I am aware of fall down in my past life. I always keep myself separate from association of ordinary men. Being afraid of their bad and materialistic association, I wander alone unnoticed by. So here it is saying that the Bharat Maharaj, what happened in the forest, he was executing Krishna consciousness, he was attached to a deer and he fell down. He was always thinking of the deer and taking care of the deer. In this way, at the time of death, he was thinking of deer, he became a deer. But because he executed Krishna consciousness, he started this Krishna consciousness process. So, by the grace of Krishna, he remembers his past life and he realizes his mistake. He is continuing where he left. Then after that, after two life, another life, he became Jada Bharat and went back to Godhead. So that is what the tremendous benefit of Krishna consciousness. Solpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahatava. That is called solpam apyasya. Solpam apyasya dharmasya trayate. It is certainly a great fall to go from human life to animal life. But in case of Bharat Maharaj, any devotee devotional service to the Lord never goes in vain. See, it is very great loss, That is the thing what I am telling you. Prabhupada is telling you, Shastra is telling you, don't procrastinate. Because we may become an animal. And that is again 8.4 million species of life. We have to evolve to come to human form of life. That is so tedious process, long process, prolonged process again to come to human form of life. Wasting your time, again undergoing so much tribulation, trial, troubles. To avoid that, therefore it is said that Solpam apyasya dharmasa. Somehow and other you begin this Krishna consciousness. You will be safe. Bharat Maharaj, he became an animal, he became a deer, thinking of deer. But because he has executed something, Krishna, so Krishna made him to remember his past life, realize it. Even in deer, in an animal form, in an animal birth. And in the next birth he became a great devotee and went back to Krishna, Godhead, yes. That is very important. Very, very important. This is one in the instant that Maharaj Bharat, how by executing Krishna consciousness, little bit of also, he got a chance. Even though he fell down to an animal life, slide down the animal life, but still he got a chance. Then we go to second instances of, it is one of the verses also Krishna says, Iswan, and even a person, slight touch of Krishna consciousness, slight touch of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Is chanting for few days also, he will get a chance. Although not having fully realized in Krishna, person who have even once surrender completely onto his lotus feet, who have become attracted to his name, form, quality, pastime, are completely free from all sinful reaction, for they have thus accepted the true method of atonement. Even in dreams, such surrender soul do not see Yamraj or his order carriers who are equipped with ropes to bind. Beautiful verses. Sakrin Manaha Krishna Padaravinda. Sakrin means once a person is engaged in devotional service. One surrender. Lord Ram also same thing. Sakrid Mam Prapanyas Tavasmiti Yauchate Dadami Avayam Dadami Tasmei Batam Mama. I will give the Abhaya, fearless. If anybody surrender to me, even one, Sakrid. Here also says Sakrid Manaha Krishna Padaravinda. A little bit of who is engaged in thinking of Krishna, chanting of Krishna, engaged in the service of Krishna, the name, form, quality, he will be he will, even in dream also he will never see Jamraj. That means he will never go to hell. 6:119 Srimad Bhagavatam, very beautiful verses. So how it is the point is substantiated in so many other verses, that how Krishna is promising that here, no, whosoever somehow and other slightly engage in my service, either by chanting, hearing, seeing meditating on my form, he will never see in the dream also Yamraj. Jamanena na charcha, Jamanena na charcha. It is said in one of the verses in Gita Mahatma that Bhagavad Gita kinchidadita Ganga Jalacha Kanika Pita Sakriteva Purari Samarcha Kriyate Tasya Jamanena Charcha. If someone is studying or reading little bit of Bhagavad Gita, or when someone is drinking little bit of Ganges water, or someone is once worshipping the Murari, Krishna, they will not go to the Jamraj. They will not go to see the Jamraj. So that is what the benefit, tremendous benefit of Krishna consciousness. Swarpam apyasya dharmasya. There is no loss, there is no diminution in Krishna consciousness. Simply a slight touch, a slim touch, a slight touch will save one greatest of danger. He will never go to hell. He will get a chance after chance to go back to Godhead. That is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. On the other hand, what is the value of your success? Your success is just transient, temporary, flying, fading. What you will have? You will not gain anything. According to karma, you will get birth either in animal planet or heavenly, whatever it may be. But there is always a failure. Your success, material success is a failure, whereas spiritual failure is a success. That is the difference between a material activity and spiritual activity. Spiritual activity failure is a success. Material activity success is a failure. So that is the difference of activities. So here it is. Then you see Ajamila story. Ajamila. What happened? He was a great Brahmana. He's a Brahmana. He is born in a Brahmin family. He was executing Brahminical culture of worshipping Narayana. And Brahmanas are very high class. They are called Dijjo Bandhu. Dijjo means twice born. All others caste. They are once born, but born by biological father mother. But Brahmanas, they are twice born, because they are born first father and mother, and second by Vedic knowledge and spiritual master. Therefore they are high class. So he was doing all this worshipping of Krishna Narayana. He has been trained, but somehow and other, in association with prostitute, he fell down. He stopped worshipping Krishna consciousness. Very important. Association is very important. You are judged by your association. If I associate with a drunkard, although I am a very good person, I become a drunkard. If I associate with a smoker, I become smoker. Gradually I become a smoker. If I associate with a saintly person, although I am a thief, rocks, I will become saintly. Just like Valmiki, he was a thugs, a rocks, robbers. But in association with Narada Muni, he became a great sage, Valmiki, who compiled, the greatest epic, Ramayana. So the association is very important. So somehow in association with a prostitute, he fell down. Therefore, and he executed all kind of sinful activities, the greatest sinful activities. It is said that in the same way the sun and moon are eclipsed by the low planet, the Brahmana lost all his good sense. This Ajamila lost his all good sense because of association with the prostitute. Taking advantages of this situation, he always thought of the prostitute, and within short time he took her as a servant in his house, abandoned all regulative principle of Abha. See, in association he abandoned all Brahminic things, and what happened? Then what happened? He was being at the time of death. The Jamaduta came because he is so sinful. They came to take him to the Yamalok for punishment. But at the time of death, he uttered the name of Narayana. Although he did not mean for Narayana, the Lord Narayana, because his younger son name is Narayana. Out of fear out of fear, out of love for this small child, and he uttered the name Narayana. But Lord is so magnanimous, Bhavagrahi Janardana, so magnanimous, he took it as his name, Narayana. Enough, sufficient. And that saves Ajamila to go back to hell. Vishnudutta came immediately. Vishnudutta came and he stopped them. No, you cannot take because he has taken the name of Narayana. As soon as you take the name of Narayana, all your sins will be absolved. That's why Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahatavayat. A little bit of execution of devotional service, execution of Krishna consciousness by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That will save you from greatest of danger. So powerful, so potent. Lord has deposited all his energy, spiritual potency in the name. All his spiritual magnificence, deposited all his spiritual magnificence in his name. Impregnated with tremendous potency of this spiritual potency of Supreme Lord Krishna. Therefore, by chanting once even, Sakriteva, once even chanting, it is said that one of the verses, it is said, once also you chant, all your things will be absolved. That is called Solpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahatava. That is what today's topic is. There is no loss in Krishna consciousness. Spiritual progress is never lost. So it is said that simply by chanting the holy name of Hari, a sinful man counteract the reaction to more sin than he is able to commit. By once chanting the holy name of the Lord, which consists of 2 syllables Hari, one guarantees path of liberation. Sakriducharitam jena Hari akhyaradoyam. Beautiful verses. Sakriducharitam jena Hari akhyaradoyam. Baddha parikaratena mokhaya gamanam prati. Mokhaya gamanam pati. By simply once also chanting, one can, one can release from all kind of sinful action and go back to Godhead, got the liberation. How much perfect, tremendous purpose, stupendous purpose. Sarpam apyasya dharmasya. That is Krishna consciousness. There is no loss. There is no loss at all. No loss. Then we can go to the other instances of history, that the demigods, this is Kashyapa Muni. Kashyapa Muni and Diti. Diti wanted to kill the Indra. So what happened? Kashyapa Muni thought that when I will engage the Diti in Krishna consciousness, even though she could not perfect, still little bit of Krishna consciousness, she will change his mind of killing the Indra. Indra is a demigod after all. Therefore, Kashyapa Muni tricked him and engaged in the service. Finally, she forsake the idea of killing Indra, because killing the Indra demigods is a great sin actually. To save from committing great sin, Kashyapa Muni tricked the Diti and engaged in Krishna consciousness. This is so many instances of that, Then there is another beautiful, the Bali Maharaj and Bali Maharaj instances. Bali Maharaj, beautiful verse 8:23-2. What happened when Baman Dev, he came to the arena of Bali Maharaj, and Baman Dev is Lord himself. Kesavadita Bamana Rupa. Salayasi Vikramane Balim Adbhuta Bamana Padana Kanira Janita Janapavana Kesavadrita Bamana Rupa Jaya Jagati. So Baman Dev, Krishna, Supreme Lord, when he came, he was so effulgent, so beautiful, That time Bali Maharaj said, what a wonderful effect there is in even attempting to offer respectful obeisance to you. So Bali Maharaj wanted to offer respectful obeisances to the Baman Dev by seeing their bodily effulgent. I merely endeavored to offer you obeisances, but nonetheless the attempt was as successful as those of pure devotee. The causeless mercy you have shown to me, a fallen demons, was never achieved even by the demigods or the leader of the various planets. So what happened? Bali Maharaj wanted to offer obeisances because of presence of Sukracharya and his all this demoniac colleague, friends and relatives. He could not do that. But in mind he was thinking that I wanted to. In attempting, that attempt, even mere attempt to serve the Lord, offer obeisances, is such a effect. Bali Maharaj is here telling that you have shown me so much mercy by slight, even thinking of, attempting of, not even doing it. Bhavagrahi Janardana, simply thinking that I should offer obeisance to the Vamandev. Bali Maharaj thinking that, without even executing it practically. He got so much benediction, even the demigod cannot get the benediction of that. Even it is not never achieved by any demigod. Krishna gave him so much opulences in Patala, Sutala planet. He became a, Vamandev became a doorkeeper, and Chakra is protected in Sutala planet. Is more opulent than Indralok. That kind of opulence has been given to Bali Maharaj simply by attempting to offer obeisance. Salpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahata bhayat. Prabhupada has written in this verse, Salpam apyasya dharmasya, that you see is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, Salpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahata bhayat. Even a little advancement on this path can protect one from most dangerous type of fear. Supreme Personality of Godhead is known as Bhavagrahi Janardana because it takes only the essence of devotee attitude. Lord is Bhavagrahi Janardana means he takes only the attitudes. If a devotee is sincerely surrender the Lord as the super soul everyone's heart, immediately understand this. Thus, even though externally devotee may not render full service, if he is internally sincere and serious, Lord welcome his service from them. Yes, person is externally is not rendering any service, but internally he is serious and sincere. Lord welcome that service attitude. Nonetheless, because Lord is Bhavagrahi Janardana. He takes the essence of devotees' attitudes. Thus the Lord is known as Bhavagrahi Janardana because he takes the essence of one's devotional mentality. Essence of devotional mentality is thinking, Lord, I will surrender. Sincerely, seriously thinking, I will surrender. But he could not do externally. Still Lord is taking. So how Lord is so merciful? How Krishna consciousness is so, what we say, so benefit, so much benefit, so much potent, so much powerful, the Krishna consciousness verses. So all these verses I am referring, Prabhupada has given the purport and using these verses 240. Salpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahata bhayat. Neha vikramana aswasti pratyavana vidyate salpam apyasya dharmasya. So then we can go to the another verses where Putana, everybody know Putana, you know. One of the verses also is say that worship of your lotus feet is never useless. You have therefore manifested. You are never useless. Whatever you worship, it is never useless. Always there is carry forward. And before we go to Putana, another verses in CC, Gopinath Acharya reminded Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, my dear Bhattacharya, what I foretold you has now taken place. So Gopinath Acharya informed Bhattacharya that he would be blessed by the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it was fulfilled because Bhattacharya was a Mayavadi. By association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even a slight association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he became he was saved from this going to hell, and now he has become Vaishnava. He converted to Vaishnavism. So that is what the another example Prabhupada said, that how Salpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahata bhayat. Little bit of association, little touch of Krishna consciousness or Krishna devotees or chanting anything of Krishna. Krishna means Krishna devotee, Krishna paraphernalia, Krishna name, forms, anything, you know, anything, particularly sadhu sangha, little bit of sadhu sangha. It is stated in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stated that Salpam apyasya dharmasya sadhu sangha sarva shastra kahe lava matra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi hoye. Even a slight association of a devotee You get all perfection. That is called Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahatmya. Slight association of devotees. Krishna consciousness means Krishna's name, form, quality, devotee, everything. King is never alone. Krishna is never alone. He always associates with the God, with the devotees and all his paraphernalia entourage. So any little association with Krishna and his all this entourage paraphernalia associates, we will get all benefit. Salpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahat bhayat. So here it is says that beautiful verses 1 to 11, 12. Satsanga mukta dussanga hetum nostate buddhaha kittamanam jasajasya sakrita kanyarochanam. Sakrit means once you associate with devotees, once only. That also have a tremendous result, tremendous benefit. The result of such a slight association, a slight touch, slight connection with Krishna consciousness produce a tremendous result, stupendous result. So here it is a sakrita kanya rochanam, even little bit of association of devotee, which it will have a great effect. Sansarasmin khelanadapi satsanga, even a half a moment association. It is a half a moment association with devotee, and that is slight, still it will give a great satang prasangam mamavirya sambinda. Little bit of association of devotee, what will happen? Bhavantit kanna rasayana kata tajjasanata pavarga vartamani sadadharatir bhaktir anukramisati. Association of devotee, little bit of, so what it will give? Apavarga vartamani. It will give you the liberation, open the door of liberations, and give you the attachment, shraddha, faith, bhakti, and attachment. That is the benefit of Krishna consciousness. Salpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahatbhayat. So athapi te deva padam bujada prasada lesanugrahita, even a little bit of mercy of the Lord. Salpamapyasya dharmasya, again salpamapyasya. Prasada lesanugrahita janati tattam bhagavana mahima nachanya kapchiram vichinman. If somebody has got little mercy, he will understand Krishna. Otherwise, very difficult. Manusyanam sahasresu kassidhatati siddhaya. So, after millions of manusya people, they cannot understand Bhagavad Krishna. Bhujanma ante ganavana mam prapandyanti. So, it is very difficult to understand Krishna. After many births, then one can understand Krishna. But here it is said that Swalpamapyasya dharmasya or prasada lesanugrahita, even little bit of touch, little bit of mercy of Krishna, one can understand him. Janati Bhagavana Mahima. So in so many ways it is stated in Krishna consciousness to substantiate this point that even a slight touch or slight execution of Krishna consciousness bears a tremendous result. Is never lost. That is the idea, that is the point we would like to discuss in substances in different angle, different reference of scriptures. And Prahlad Maharaj also say that supposing a Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality Godhead is always fully satisfied in himself. Therefore, when something offered to him, the offering by the Lord mercy is for the benefit of the devotee. For the Lord does not need service from anyone. To give an example, one's face is decorated, the reflection of one's face is mirror. In the mirror is also seen decorated. So this thing is that, so this small offering we are giving, and people, as Krishna say,